It is so hard to believe as I sit here while it's about 95 degrees out that we are actually approaching back to school. And for many families, back to school means chaotic mornings. Does it always have to be that way? And one of the things that makes it chaotic could be breakfast expectation. I'm going to talk about this in this special collab video. Back in a minute. It's Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. I love to help people keep more of their hard-earned cash. How you doing tonight? First of all, I'd love to thank Lynn Wilson from the At Home with Lynn Wilson channel, Everyday Living channel, and Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom. How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to jump right into it. I want to get my teacher glasses. Back to school is also an extra special time for me because I am a former elementary school teacher. I taught grades 3 and 6. And every time that time of the year comes around, it sort of gives me that feeling. And I bet for everyone, it's like we have two New Years coming up, like actual New Year's in January, and then sort of like the beginning of the school year is sort of refreshing, sort of a kickstart for everyone. Am I right or am I right? But breakfast time can be chaotic. I'm going to put on, as I call them, my teaching glasses. Why? Because I don't want to miss the beat. And I came up with a few breakfast ideas that are totally workable, and I've done them personally myself. All right. So let me just get to the right spot. Thank you so much. All right. So here are a few ideas to make breakfast on the go as well as on the cheap. Oh, that's a good combination, right? All right. First of all, and it is true, looking at my cheat notes, if you will, all breakfast, let me take off my glasses a second. All breakfast need not to be complicated. And one of the things that makes breakfast complicated can be the idea that all breakfasts need to be a hot breakfast. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Making it hot adds to some of the time, the work, the mess. You know the drill. But there are ways we could streamline the whole thing. All right, so all breakfast need not be hot meals. So what I do is make a banana or an apple bread over the weekend and just slice it as needed, especially in the fall. Who wouldn't want a slice of nice banana walnut bread? I mean, whoever likes that? That's a very healthy thing. You got your walnuts in there, you got your bananas in there. You make it ahead of time. You could do it in the form of muffins if you prefer individual muffins. For me, for myself, I like to just be able to slice it down as I need it. You could do the same thing with apples. Very, very inexpensive and very, very simple to make. You could do it on a Sunday while you have a little extra time, if you do have a little extra time, and you are good to go for a couple of days. There you go. The same principle applies to homemade corn muffins or chocolate chip muffins, and you could get like the simple box mixes. You don't have to, think about it twice. Just get them. Sometimes they go on sale, and take full advantage of that. Next, you can take advantage of frozen pancakes or frozen French toast. It's kind of sort of like a cheat. It's kind of like having a hot breakfast. It feels that way, but you don't have the mess from doing it completely from scratch. I like to reserve those more complicated meals for later on during the week. But if you get those frozen ones, they are really quite good. One trick, though, as far as the French toast goes, they're really good. But in my opinion, you have to put it down in your toaster a couple of times to make sure that it's perfectly, perfectly hot. At least that's been my experience anyway. But so worth it, so easy. Don't forget those little instant packages of oatmeal. You could easily just boil water. You still get the hot feel, right? Okay, a simple hard boiled egg and a banana makes a very inexpensive breakfast on the go. The beautiful part, again, on a weekend or whenever you have extra time, not on the morning, unless you'd rather do it in the morning, but what works for me, I could just boil up a whole bunch of eggs over the weekend, Then in the morning, I just peel them as I want it. Take a piece of fruit, could be a banana, could be an orange, whatever you like. So the hard boiled egg and a piece of fruit, how simple is that? How inexpensive is that? And yes, my trusty glasses just hit my table and made me jump back. All right, so next, sliced apple with peanut butter spread on top is delicious and nutritious. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with some sliced apple with a spread of peanut butter over it. That is really good, actually. You can put a little splash of cinnamon. Next, a simple toasted English muffin or bagel. Take advantage of your toaster. You get the hot feel. I used to waste years ago, and I told the story on a separate video. I used to waste a ton of money by buying me an outside bagel. It was just such a waste of money. There's nothing wrong with the grocery store version. Very easy, easy peasy. You can make it ahead, toast it up. You can get whatever flavor you like, raisin or the plain or the cinnamon or the everything. Make it ahead of time. Put a little smear of cream cheese on top and wrap it up. You can take that with you in your car. You don't need to spend $3.50 on something like that. You could buy a whole bag of them for like that price, for real and for true. Um, okay, don't forget also the power of, let's say, a cup of yogurt and fruit. It's so easy. A cup of yogurt, you can even bring it with you, you know, plastic spoons or whatever. Can we still get plastic spoons around here? I'm not positive, but double check on that. But yogurt is a wonderful breakfast. That with fruit is amazing. Now, as far as the weekend goes, make that, in my opinion, whatever your weekend is, not everybody has a traditional Saturday, Sunday weekend, but whenever period of time that you have, okay, that you could spend with your kids and everything, and you're still trying to keep costs down, you could, like, my favorite thing would be, let's say, like a cheese omelet with a slice of orange on the side and maybe a half a toasted bagel or an English muffin. I don't have to, unless I want to, but I don't have to pay an exorbitant amount of money to accomplish the same goal. But I love, to me, weekend breakfast or brunch is special. They're leisurely, you have your second cup of Joe or whatever. And even for the kids, make them their favorite from scratch French toast or make them chocolate chip pancakes. I remember years ago, there was a diner in Jersey. And every single time I walked in, the lady right there knew. She just looked at me. She knew right away what I wanted. She would just look at me, put a hand up in the air before I even sat down. She knew what I wanted. Know what that was? Chocolate chip pancakes. So I reserved, those special times. And I have to say one thing about New Jersey. Okay. New Jersey has wonderful diners. Okay. Absolutely. To me, next to home, my perfectly favorite restaurant ever to attend would be a diner. Sort of like a little bit of home, but when you're on the go and you're outside. But all these other suggestions, and some people even make their own granola over the weekend and pack them up. Nothing wrong with grab and go like a bag of walnuts or peanuts or trail mix. These are all healthy options. At home, you could do a fast smoothie. I just recently purchased a device to make my smoothie in. And we could there's really no excuse and there's really no need for chaos. Just a little bit of planning ahead and you don't have to break the bank. And by the way, it is so easy to mimic that idea of that breakfast sandwich. The one with the English muffin and the cheese and the egg. It is just so easy to do and a lot less expensive. There you go. Team that up with 10-cent cup of Joe. I talk about that often on my Instant Coffee with Jan show every Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. upload. I want to thank you so very much, Lynn Wilson, and thank you so much, very much, Money Mom. Please head on over to these wonderful ladies' other videos. I really appreciate everyone here. And thank you for your time. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care now. Goodbye.